Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So a lot of you guys, myself included, just recently got a Saga rank up gem 1 to 2 for 7 stars. Additionally, when most people will be able to get the Sinister bundle with the tickets in near future as well. I believe currently free-to-play players are at 84 tickets out of 100 required. Then you will get another Saga 1 to 2 rank up gem. And in today's video, I am gonna go over what I believe are the best options for the Saga rank up gem right now. But obviously, before I go any further, people do keep in mind that this is my own personal subjective opinion based on, my own preferences and experiences, also affected by the things that I do care about in the game. And regardless, even if you do identically care about, let's say, Alliance War and Battlegrounds as your main focus points in the game, as a lot of players do, it still entirely depends on your own roster. And some of the champions here are like no-brainer options. For instance, if you have been lucky enough to get Jacobkanda from the early access bundles, or as a 7-star from the crystals, then there you go. Similar thing goes to Count Neferi, I believe, so on and so forth. So if you have some of those newer, rarer champions, that obviously, will lead most people to jump on those straight away. But I will go class by class, and I kind of will explain my favorites in each class for the rank up gem that I believe also most people, or a lot of people, would have. And in tech class, I think my favorite option here right now would be Red Skull. Red Skull, for, well, several reasons. I do think he's one of the better tech champions in the game, period. Also, Red Skull happens to be one of the few tech champions that coincides not only with Secutor and Provocateur attack tactic, but also with the Decay tactic, which is going to be the next couple of seasons of Alliance War. And then Red Skull is in fact going to be a tactic defender, unless Kabam obviously has changed it, but I do not believe that they have removed him. And then he's also going to be one of the tactic champions then and there. So besides Red Skull being a very good target for 1 to 2 gem, right now I think Penny Parker is a solid pickup as well. If you have her 7-star, it is time to rank her up. If you care about the current month GC Battlegrounds especially, because she does have very few counters, and in general she's also quite solid champion. Then obviously we do have Shuri, which is perfect for those, especially if you haven't done Necropolis yet and plan to do so in near future. Shuri is an amazing option for Necropolis. And some more options, I would say Omega Sentinel, but not too many people have her since she's only available in Omega Days event. I think Lady Deathstrike is quite decent option. Ironheart maybe, but Howard the Duck and Hulkbuster I think are the stronger picks here, aside from Red Skull and Penny. So moving on to the mutant class, obviously the champion that jumps out straight away is Domino. Domino is one of the best champions in the game if you do have her awakened, but most people already have her ranked. Then Dust is an incredible potent rank up, as well as Havoc. Mr. Sinister himself, who will come as a 7-star with his own bundle, without doubt. Then we have Weapon X, who is kind of a trophy champion, not too many people will have him. And then we have Negasonic Teenage Warhead. But here, I think the best options would be Domino, Dust, Havoc, aside from Sinister himself. Moving on to the Science class. Science class actually has a ton of great targets here, especially some of the newer and upstanding ones. Luke Cage currently is all the hot beefcakes in the game. Luke Cage is also, obviously, tactic champion right now. He works great in Gladiator circuit. He is going to be a Decay attacker as well. So yeah, Luke Cage is kind of like a perfect pick for this 1 to 2 rank up gem. Kind of similar to Morbius, I'm not gonna lie. So here's the thing, I got strong armed into taking my Morbius to rank 3, but he has been doing quite well for me. Additionally to that, not only he works in current victory track and is very good in Gladiator circuit, he is going to be a Decay attacker as well. And then obviously there's still Silk. It's a great option. I do need to make a video on Spider-Punk. He did receive his buff, but it's fairly minimal. Obviously, Count Neferi, if you are lucky enough to have him, it's also a decently solid pickup. Lastly, moving on to the Mystic class. Mystic class, we have Chavez, but again, Chavez I think is kind of like an auto rank up, and most people who have her will likely have her at least at rank 2 already. I do think that we do have the Ebony Maw. Ebony Maw is kind of sneakily good for the GC as well, because he does reduce the opponent's power gain when awakened, and he has some power control himself, and he's a Mystic champion, so he can be a nightmare on defense potentially. But without a doubt, we do have Kushala as, again, another champion that I feel like anybody who has her would already have taken up to rank 2. Similar to Sasquatch there as well. White Tiger has been doing some amazing and awesome things recently. She's a newer champion, so you might not have had a chance to rank her up, and she's perfectly viable unawakened as well. She will do plenty well. Why is my browser stuck right now? I do not know. Something seems to have gone wrong with the Conchu's Ankh website there, but let's get back to the business. So let me refilter Provocateur and Secutor champions, and let's select the viable classes for that. Again, something to keep in mind, we do know the next tactic in the game in Alliance War is going to be Decay and Sugar Pill for Alliance War, so any champions overlapping there are kind of like a bit future-proofing yourself for next couple of months of them being relevant and useful for Alliance War at the very least. And yeah, the next thing to keep in mind absolutely is the GC. So that's more or less how I based it and how I went with it, trying to look the champions that do have overlapping windows. Obviously a couple champs that I did not mention for the rank up tickets were somebody like Enchantress, absolutely worthwhile rank up if you do have her, but again, I feel like everybody who has her would have done so immediately. Similar with Shocker, not a wildly available champion, but absolutely worth ranking up. There you go. These are the options for the 1 to 2 gem. As for me personally, I am considering maybe experimenting with the leader, because why not? And I do have quite a lot of these champions ranked up already, because I do not have Luke Cage, which is one of my most wanted champions in the game right now currently for this moment. And then it might be Howard the Duck or Ebony Maw, because I still haven't ranked up Ebony Maw. I think it could be a decently good time to bring him up to rank 2 on my account. Let me know what you guys think about that. And yeah, so far, who are you eyeing to be your options for this 1 to 2 gems that you got from Incursions run? I'll catch you guys soon. Bye-bye. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the